Okay, raise your hand if you're shocked that they're up to it again. All right, who's up to it again? Well, of course, I'm talking about scammers, people that are trying to separate you and your money, and this time, we're not talking about businesses. This is directly targeting people at home. All right, Scott. What are you talking about? Let's get into it. Listen, scams are as old as the world. I mean, they've been going around forever. I mean, I remember growing up, one of the first scams that I was aware of was the Nigerian fax scam back in the early 90s when I was starting out in my professional radio career. And we got a fax at the radio station saying that some Nigerian prince had all this money and he would love to give it to us, and he would just take a small cut. He had to get out of the country, and it was by fax. Well, people have been scamming door to door. It just goes on. What's happening right now that you need to be aware of, and more importantly, if you're following along here or you've watched any of my posts, you're probably a little bit more security conscious than most anyways, but it's the vulnerable, all right? It might be your parents, it might be mostly your parents, but maybe others that that may not be tech savvy. So here's the scam. Ring, ring. Hello. Hey, it's MasterCard calling, and we noticed that there was two what appears to be fraudulent transactions from your card this morning. One was at blah, and the other one was from blah. I mean, they're made up and they're dollar amounts, and they try to use that as a premise to get in and engage you in conversation, and they'll ask the question of like, was this you that made the purchase? And there's so many different angles from this. Like, if they can get you recorded saying yes, they can use that to then go and do something else nefarious. If they can get you engaged far enough to then get access into the account and get you to give up information, I mean, it can be bad. It can be bad. It can be very impactful, and people can lose a lot of money. You could even potentially lose your identity. So what do you do? What do you do when one of these scammers is on the phone and they're sounding legitimate? Maybe you're like, oh, well, that could be bad. Maybe it's true. Easy first question. Oh, that sounds like it might be really bad. Which bank is my credit card with again? Which bank? Scammers aren't going to know that. They just know Visa, MasterCard, American Express, but they won't know what financial institution your credit card is with. Great first question that you should be asking. And even if they guess right, because if they know you're in Canada, they might guess one of the big 5 banks, and maybe it's your bank, and you go, oh, okay, it's legitimate. It's Toronto Dominion, or it's Bank of Montreal, whatever the case is. Your follow-up question should be, okay, great. So when I go to the website and I call back into the fraud department, who should I ask for? That's right, you're putting them on notice. Like, hey, this could be a scam. I'm not going to give you any more information. How do I call you back? Don't take their phone number. Don't take what they give you. Say, when I go to your website and find the fraud division number, the fraud department number, and I call, who should I ask for? If you can train those around you to ask those 2 questions when it comes to credit card fraud attempts, we're going to save people a whole lot of money. So be aware, be wary. It's another take on the credit card scam. Actually, it's actually a refresh of the scam going yet again. Be careful when that phone rings and you're like, I'm not sure. Ask questions. Don't just assume. It will save you a ton of money. Hey, listen, if you like the content that we're delivering, by we're, I mean me, delivering, please do me a favor, hit the like button down below. It will help with the algorithms and get the video shown to more, so I can try to help secure more people and get this information out there. It would be greatly appreciated, and looking forward to talking to you again on the next edition of Scott on Security.